Rangers fans are going to be over the moon delighted with the news that the takeover has finally been rubber stamped. It's going through. Exciting times at Ibrox with the new American owners. And immediately they've pledged to stick in 20 million quid into the team up front to get them up and running for the next season. But the big question, I think, to start off with is that going to be enough to topple Celtic?
I think in Scottish football terms, Michael, we have to say £20 million, just being invested purely in the squad is fairly significant. Is that, on its own, is that enough to catch Celtic? Probably not. But I think, as we've discussed before, more importantly for Rangers with this takeover, it's not just the cash, albeit having the financial stability. They have needed that. But I think more crucial is getting key people into positions that can do the job.
It's a bit like I've heard all my life. It's not what you've got, it's what you do with it.
Moving on.
No, but it's true, isn't it? I mean, sorry, £20 million is a nice figure, isn't it? But and listen,
it's an initial. We've got to say 20.
That should be
initial.
That should be enough of a war chest to deal with most of Scottish or the rest of Scottish football.
Yeah, and listen, we've still been talking about players that potentially could be sold. Nico Raskin. They might still sell him. It's not to say they won't sell him, and then top up the kitty with another 10 million or whatever they would get for him, and anybody else that they might sell. But look, it's a good base figure. Let's not kid ourselves. Rangers, who've been scraping around, buying. Look at last summer's transfer activity. They've been shopping around in the basement.
Well, they have, but they've also spent money on players that haven't worked out. I mean, you look at your likes of Danilos, Bajramis. These are guys that cost serious money. Cortez and all these guys. So it's not really about.
I was talking about last summer. So
listen, it's good to have that. It's good to have that money there, but it has to be used wisely. I think you're right. That £20 million would probably get them 5-6 decent players, but they have to be good players. Because you spend 3 or 4 million a player on a dud, as we've seen. And both sides of the city can spend that kind of money on duds. So it has to be invested wisely. It's a good start though, because you look at the finances in recent years with Rangers. They have spent money. I mean, Michael Beale spent £20 million and it didn't do much good. So it have to be used wisely. But it's a good thing is that the kind of the losses that they've racked up over the last kind of 5, 6, 10 years, that hopefully that slide will be arrested. They can build on solid foundations. But you're right, it's not what you've got, it's what you do with it.